So apparently quite a few people are having troubles beating Mission 3 in San Andreas Mercenaries DLC, also known as On Parade, to the point where people are making memes out of it. And I'm like, what? This mission isn't hard? But then I also have people in my Discord also complaining about the mission, and it's just like, okay, perhaps there was something I didn't see when I beat the mission the first time. I mean, I did have the help of another player to help out, but to find out, I decided to play the mission again, in solo, on hard mode, and see where possibly people could be having issues, and from playing the mission again, and getting to the end of the mission without any damage at all, again, I did see where people could be having some troubles with this mission. So here's a mission guide on Mission 3, On Parade. For those like me who are playing PC, I highly suggest that you plug a controller in. Flying planes is much harder with a mouse and keyboard. So you start the mission, walk up to the plane and press the enter vehicle button to get out. Okay, I'll skip to the part where people are actually having trouble. First of all, don't make the schoolboy error of trying to get through here without being in stealth mode, and don't try to use the weapons on the jet to shoot these targets while still in stealth mode. I actually made that mistake my first time playing. Oops. Anyways, to quickly pass the part where you have to pull off stunts, just barrel roll 15 times. It's the quickest way to get through this part. Oh, speaking of stunts, did you guys know that the Raiju can actually fly in VTOL mode upside down? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now on to the target practice. Make sure stealth mode is switched off, and then just get used to the characteristics of the autocannon and the missiles. Because the targets are static, the missiles will almost always hit, though I do recommend trying to hit them with the machine guns, since that's actually going to give you good practice for what's ahead, that being the part that everyone hates. You have a bunch of helicopters that shoot homing missiles, jets that just are, well, cannon fodder, and Avengers that, we'll get to those eventually. The first thing you're going to do is just take out the helicopters. To do so, if you are behind them, like they are flying away from you, you can use the missiles to good effect. They will very likely hit their target if you shoot at a helicopter behind them. Do not use missiles on targets that are flying side on or towards you. They simply won't hit. While taking out the helicopters, just ignore everything else as they don't pose a challenge. The only things that can really kill you are the helicopters, and maybe the Avengers if they get a lucky shot on, but that's very unlikely. Don't panic if you hear the missile lock-on alarm. The missiles in this game just suck, so you're very unlikely to get hit. Use the machine guns to take out the helicopters, as well as the jets whenever they randomly pop into your line of sight. Although against jets, the missiles are just fine too. Switching to first person view by clicking the right thumbstick helps drastically with targeting, so I highly recommend doing that. Anyways, take out as many helicopters as you can. There will be a few stragglers who will actually make it a challenge for you to hit them, so what I did is I made sure that all the easy targets were taken out first, and then I used hover mode to take out the last annoying helicopters. I wouldn't recommend using a hover mode when there's still loads of enemies flying about, because then the chances of getting hit by a missile are much higher. But hover mode is just fine when there's only a few enemies left. The risk is rather low. Now that all the helis and the jets are taken out, use hover mode to attack the Avengers. Their cannons are devastating, but because the gunners seem to be stormtroopers, you don't actually have to really worry about getting hit. Use the autocannon to grind away their health until they explode. The last Avenger was being a right old bugger to take out, flying in a circle away from me while trying to shoot back at me. Son of a bitch. And because they go slightly faster than you while you're in hover mode, you can quickly turn hover mode off and then back on again to give you a horizontal speed boost to catch up with them. Take out the Avengers using the autocannon and then just simply fly back to the base. Mission complete. I want no excuses now. Beat that mission, and will you shut up with those goddamn memes, you filthy casual!